Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us. One big, happy, exciting family that we are. I'd like to mention that I do have a private Facebook group. You're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile. Also, if the video is too fast for you, you could always go into the description box below the video. There's a 2-minute link. It shows you how to slow down the video, and also to pause the video, have your closed caption turned on, take notes, and take it from there. I do not write patterns. For that reason, I put closed caption on. You guys can pause, take notes, and it helps you to slow down the video and go with it. Remember, everything is possible to create. Some people might say, I can't do that. That's just too experience or too. You know what? It's by there that you can gain the experience. And sometimes you'd be surprised at yourself, actually. Another thing I want to mention, I also have a Facebook page. You can follow Instagram and TikTok. Sometimes you guys create certain patterns and you're stuck, not just out of my own, but other people's. And I have a few of you that message me on Instagram or on my page, or in my group, of course. So you're more than welcome to do that if you're stuck. I am here to help you, so no issues. You can follow me on all of those social medias, and please do share the videos. Sharing is caring. The more we can invite friends and family, the bigger we can grow. It helps us creators to keep going. It's a way of gratitude towards us, and we highly, highly gratefully, appreciate all the help that we can get. These are 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads. They only sell them here in Europe. They're similar to Aunt Lydia, number 3 cotton. Mine's a little bit thinner, so my pieces become a little bit smaller. Remembering that when your tension is too tight on any project that you do, use a hook or two bigger than your normal size. If it's too loose, then cut down on the hook a size smaller or 2. In order to tighten up your tension. I get questioned a lot about these balls of thread. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 grams. They go for $12. The minimum of order, which I'm shipping them out, are 6 balls because of the shipping costs. It's horrendous. It's crazy. What can I say? I don't own the post office and the shipping company, right? Can't beat them up, as they say. So if you're interested, let me know. In the description box, there's all the informations. Like I said, there's all my social medias. There's also my email and patterns that I do create. And you're interested to buy them, you could also email and get a hold of me. I do sell them. Okay, so for the most part, I use 2.75 hooks, sometimes 3.5. Pair of scissors cut the loose ends, and of course a small one to tuck in loose ends. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. I know that quite a bit of you like to watch my videos, but you got very lazy fingers or thumbs to give it those thumbs up. Help out the creators, not just myself, but many others that do need the help. Okay, it costs you nothing. It's for free. Thank you, everyone. Oh, and of course, thank you to all the women that came through for helping the other women in need of thread by donating. I also have the PayPal account below. You can donate for some of you that are considering or haven't yet. And below the video, there's a little bag of thanks. That's donations to be also received. But that belongs to YouTube. Automatically, they take 30% off of whatever you're giving. So for that reason, I have the PayPal account below because they don't take nothing. And it's more for the women. I also want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for the ones that have been tipping me for my work, for my services and my time here, dedicating myself almost day in, day out for you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I just finished doing a tutorial on this beautiful pattern, which is the pineapples sideways. And I was inspired by Miriana Arts and Crochet. I found her on Instagram and I loved her stuff. She had beautiful things. So I went to check out her YouTube channel and I fell in love with this pattern. And I was sure, since you guys are always in high demand of pineapples, I was sure you guys would absolutely love this pattern. Now, I'm not sure if this is her. She does not mention, she's from Brazil, of course. She does not mention if she's the actual creator of this, which I doubt. I don't think so. But she doesn't mention who is it from. I mean, it could be an old doily from somebody in the family or another friend she got it from. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was really inspired, and so I decided to get it from her and do the tutorial for you guys in English. So I want to thank Miriam Arts Crochet. Thank you so much for this beautiful pattern. It's a big inspiration to me. I'm sure will be for many others. I will leave her Instagram below and her YouTube channel also. You guys could always go and check her out and subscribe if you like her channel. Give her the thumbs up. She's pretty amazing. I enjoyed her channel quite a bit. So thank you so much to all of you. If you have not subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel a lot. Bring your family along, your friends. Sharing is caring. And please absolutely give it those thumbs up. This is how YouTube recognizes the channel to keep circulating, inviting more people to be part of this journey with us. And I want to thank all the newcomers already. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. God bless all of you. And let's get started and enjoy this beautiful pattern. Okay. Another thing I want to warn you before we even get started, I had to frog this whole pattern at the last row when I was adding my 8. There's 8 pineapples. When you do the beginning, make sure that your stitches are well counted. Okay, it will always be 48 stitch here. So we have 12, and then it doubles, 24, and then it doubles again, so it becomes 48, and then it's 1 per stitch, so 48, and then 48. I happen to have at the end, not 48, I had 40, I believe 44 or 46, something like that. Anyway, I was missing by 2 or 1. When I came to add my last row on my pineapple, I didn't have a loop to add on. I had to frog the whole thing all the way to the second row right at the beginning. So you better make sure that you count your stitches absolutely, because you will run into trouble if you don't have the right amount right up front. So pay attention, please. Okay everyone, so we're going to create another pineapple doily. Could be for anything, depending upon the size of thread you use. Of course, the thinner the thread, the smaller the pattern. Mine is a 4-ply 100% cotton thread. This is similar to Aunt Lydia, number 3. Mine's a 4-ply, of course. Mine's a little bit thinner than Aunt Lydia, number 3. So obviously my pattern becomes a little bit smaller. So we're going to get started. I'm going to use a 2.75 hook. You can use a 3.5, of course, depending upon the size that you're going to use. If you're using number 10 Aunt Lydia, it will be a smaller doily. A small hook to tuck in loose ends, of course, a pair of scissors. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. It is free, and it helps us creators tremendously. Let me just get my light on, because then everything becomes darker in this place, right? Please also give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. And let's get started. Thank you so much. God bless. So the first thing you want to do is that magic circle. In case you're still having a hard time with it, you can do a 4 to 5 chain. We don't want a big hole here on the center. So I've done a slip stitch into it, so 1 chain. Let's say I'm coming back in and doing a single and 2 chain. This is my first double crochet. I'm going to have a total of 12 double crochets. Okay, I have my 12 double crochets. I'm going to just pull onto that string and close it. I'm coming on my second chain. From the first one we went up we did a single and 2 chain. This is how I start my double crochets. If the video is too fast for you, below in the description box, there's a 2-minute link to show you how to slow down the video. I don't write patterns. You can turn your closed caption on. I have all these options that I put up on the video to facilitate all of yous. You can pause, take notes, and take it from there. What else? There was something else. My brain just fogged out. Don't know why. Okay, I guess when it comes to mind. Oh, look ahead always at the video before you create anything. Mistakes can be done. We can fix it on the spot without frogging anything down. And some changes could occur as I go. Okay, so it's important that you look ahead before you create. So I came back into the same stitch that I've closed in with slip stitch with a single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. I'm going to do an increase 2 double crochet on each stitch. So we'll have a total of 24 double crochets. This is row 2. I'll meet you at the end. I finished row 2. I'm going to come in on my second chain again and close it with slip stitch. I'm going to come back in again with a single and 2 chain, doing exactly the same thing as I did on this row 2. So 2 per stitch. That's our increase again. So we'll have 48 double crochets. This is row 3. 2 double crochets per stitch. So I finished row 3. I'm going to come in my second chain and close it up with slip stitch. Row 4 will be 1 double crochet per stitch. So we'll have a total of 48, just the same. So I came back on the same one with a single 2 chain. Coming into the next one, 1 double crochet. Next space, double crochet. Next space, double crochet. So 1 double crochet per stitch, total of 48. I finished row 4, and I know it looks funny, but once you keep going, it will fix itself, so don't worry about it. Coming back in again on the same stitch that I closed in with slip stitch, and I'm doing single and 2 chain, and 1 more for space. We're doing again 48 double crochet with 1 chain space between each double crochet. 1 chain, double crochet, 1 chain, double crochet. So I'll meet you at the end of this row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, everyone, going into row 6. So coming back in with a single 2 chain. 1 more for space. So we're repeating exactly what we did on row 5. 1 double crochet per stitch and 1 chain space. So we'll be exactly the same thing. 48 double crochets. Okay, everyone, so finished row 6, going into row 7. Now row 7, 8, and 9 are exactly the same thing. So single 2 chain, 1, 2 chain now for space, okay? This row 7, 8, and 9 are exactly the same thing. Doing again the 48 double crochets, difference is row 7, 8, and 9 have 2 chain space between each stitch. I'm not going to record 8 and 9 because it's exactly the same thing what we're doing here. I'll come back to you at the end of my row 9. Okay, so 2 chain space, 48 double crochets until row 9, complete row 9, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, everybody, so I finished row 9, came back, did a single, 2 chain. Now this time we're going to do row 10 and 11 exactly the same, 3 chain space, 1, 2, 3. Come back and do your 48 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. This is row 10 and 11 are exactly the same thing. 3 chain space between them. I'll meet you at the end of row 11. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I finished row 11, going into row 12, doing my single, my 2 chain. That's my first double crochet, and I'm going to do 6 more chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to come back on my 6th, and I'm going to close it with slip stitch. I'm going to do 2 chain, coming into the next one. We're going to repeat this all the way around. So I did my double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming in my 5th one this time, slip stitch, 2 chain, into the next double crochet. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come back on your 5th one, slip stitch, into the next double crochet. Oops, and 2 chain. Forgot about the 2 chain. Not smart. And into the double crochet. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished all of my row. I've cut my thread. I've tucked it away because we have to work now sideways, like going back and forth sideways. Okay, these pineapples will be turning sideways. Of course, you probably see it on the picture already. At this point, there is no picture. We're still creating. So I'm going to do a slip stitch knot, and I'm going to do 19 chain stitch. 19 chain stitch. I've done my 19 chain stitch. We're going to work inside of these little loops that we created. I'm going to come in any loop, and I'm going to do a single. I'm going to work on this chain, or you can do a slip stitch. It's probably best to do a slip stitch instead of a single. Slip stitch. So I'm going to grab this little string, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2. On my 3rd chain, I'm going to do a single. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain now, and I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3. I'm coming in my 4th. I'm repeating this until the end now. 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this little chain. So I finished doing those loops. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops of 4 chain and 1 loop of 3 chain. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to come inside of this little 4 chain we did, single, 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. I'm going to build a shell of 3 double crochets inside of this 4 chain, 2 chain space, and 3 more inside of the 4 chain, all in the same chain space. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. I'm going to, after doing your 4 chains, we're going to skip this loop and come in the next one. We're going to do the foundation for the pineapple, so we're going to create 10 double crochets inside of this loop. 10 double crochets. I've done my 10. I'm going to do chain 4. I'm going to skip this loop also, and I'm coming in the next loop, which is those 3 chain loops that we did, and create your shell of 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. Okay, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm coming in the next loop on the pattern with a single. I'm going to turn around because we're going to be working back and forth on the pattern. 1, 2, 3, coming in and doing my shell again. This time we're going to do chain 3. 1, 2, 3, coming on top of my 10 double crochets and doing 10 double crochets again. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 10 double crochets. I'm going to do 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and coming in doing my shell. Three double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 double crochet. Now we are going to turn the pattern. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come on that first one and do a single. We're doing picot. 1, 2, 3 chain, come back into the same one and picot. 1 chain, I'm coming in and doing my shell again. 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. Doing 3 chain this time. From here on, the loops for the pineapples will be with 3 chain. I'm coming in between the first and the second, doing a single. 1, 2, 3 chain, again into the next space in between the double crochet, single, and 3 chain. We're going to do that until the end. So I've done my loops. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loops of 3 chain. 1, 2, 3, coming in doing my shell. 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. Now, just a little reminder again. You have to make sure that you're facing the right side, okay? I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. I'm going to come in the center of this 3 chain that we did with a single. We'll be working back and forth like this. And then 1, 2, 3 chain, and hooking onto the next loop. Okay? We're going to turn around. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming in the center of this one and doing a single, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, coming in the center of the shell with shell. 2 chain, of course, and 3 double crochet. 3 chain, coming in the center of the loops, the pineapple loops, so 3 chain, and then 3 chain and shell, and I'll meet you here at the shell. So we have our shell done, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 chains. So we're going to repeat again the picots. So we're going to turn around. I'm going to come into the first one, single, 1, 2, 3, into the same one, single, 1 chain, doing the shell, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 double crochet. It's always going to be like this until the end of this pineapple. Chain 3 will always be repeated the same way, and the loops the same thing. So we're just going to repeat that into that shell, and I'll meet you there. Okay? Okay, so I've done my shell. We're going to do the 5 chain again, 3, 4, 5, and come into this first loop with a single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into this 3 chain with a single, and then 1, 2, 3 to hook onto the next loop on the pattern. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn around, coming in on the loop, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and shell again, and repeat everything again on this side with the shell with the 3 chains, which are picots at the end. So it's just a repeat now. Chain 3, and again. So do your chain 3s, your loops, your chain 3, your shell, and then we'll meet at the picots. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on this row. I'm going to do my 3 chain for the picot. And again, 1, 2, 3, into the same space. 1 chain, and do your shell. Once you do your shell, we're going to repeat again the 3 chains, the loops, until we meet at the shell on the other side. Chain 3, and continue on. So I'll meet you here at this shell at this end. So did my shell, we're going to do the 5 chain again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming in the first loop with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the second loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the third loop. So we have 3 loops of 5 chain, and 1, 2, 3 into the pattern loop. Single. 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn around into the first loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again into the second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the third. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And doing our shell. Chain 2 and 3 more double crochet. So we're going to continue to do the 3 chain loops for the pineapple. Doing the pineapple loops, do your chain 3, your shell, and your 2 picots. And then 1 chain after the second picot, your shell, chain 3, and then come back. And I'll meet you here again on this side, because now it's just a repeat of what we've been doing, okay? There's no point in keep recording the same thing. So it's simple. Chain 3. It's just repeating now what we did. Chain 3. Do your shell. Okay, 1, 2, 3, turn around, do your picot, 1, 2, 3, your second picot, and 1 chain. Do your shell, and then your 3 chain loops. One, 2, 3. Continue, do your shell, and then I'll meet you here at that shell. So I'm at my shell. 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming into the first one. Single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into the third one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the fourth. And now we're going to do 1, 2, 3 chain, hooking onto the pattern, and 1, 2, 3 to go up. We're going to turn. Coming into the first loop there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and continuing on. 5 chain, and again, and doing our shell. Repeating everything again with the shells and the 3 chain loops for the pineapples. You're supposed to have 1 loop on the pineapple now. Continue your shell and your picots. And I'll meet you right after that. So I've done my picots, I've done my shell. 1, 2, 3. This is the last one here. Single. 1, 2, 3. Shell. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple. Looks confusing at the beginning, but it really isn't. So create your shell, do your 5 chain, and come down all the way to the first one. One, two, three, four, five. Hook on your first loop and then 5 chain until the last one, and then chain 3. We're going to hook onto the pattern. Okay, everyone, so I've come down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, did my chain 3, coming in, single, chain 3, turn around into the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to repeat the chains all the way up and do your shell. I've done my shell, and I'm going to come directly into the next space and create another shell. So one shell right after the other, pretty much closing this pineapple thing up. Okay, everyone, so we pretty much did the 2 shells, okay? We're going to do the peacock just the same. Turn around, come in, close it with a single. 1, 2, 3, come in again, and close it with another single. 1 chain. I'm coming in that shell with a single. Okay, and then I'm going to come in on the next shell with double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and peacock. We're going to do 5 double crochets and 4 peacocks. 1, 2, 3. Pretty much finished the motif of this pineapple, this first pineapple, but we still continue on. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we'll be working up and down sideways on here to create the other pineapples. 1, 2, 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. So we're doing 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm coming in this first after you've done your single, we're going to do 3 chains. So basically what we're going to do now is repeat exactly what we've done here. Okay, we're going to create these 10 double crochets. So 3 chain. I'm going to come inside of this one here and do my shell, which would be this shell. Okay. Because then you're on your own. So if you need to rewind, then you can rewind afterwards, and we'll only meet at the end to do the attachment with the other pineapple at the end here. So I've done my shell. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, exactly how we have the 4 chains here before the 10 double crochet. So we've skipped a space here. We're going to skip here also. So we're going to skip here and do the 10 double crochets. I've done my 10 double crochets exactly how we have here on the first one. So we've skipped a 4 chain here. We're going to do another shell. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Skip this one here and come in to your last space here and do your shell. So it's just a repeat of what we did. Exactly how we did here this shell. Okay, chain 3, and we're going to hook onto the pattern. Chain 3, so we're going up again as we're doing the second one here. Okay, so now we're going to be using 3 chains only, coming in, doing our shell. Okay, everyone, so after our shell, 1, 2, 3, come in on top of your 10 double crochets and do again your 10 double crochets. Okay, so we've done the 10 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in, doing our shell, remembering that we're going to do the picots as we did on the other one. So shell, chain 2, and again 3 double crochets. Okay, 1, 2, 3 chain, turn around, do your 2 picots, 1, 2, 3, and again 1 chain, coming in, doing your shell, so it's exactly the same thing as we done with the other one. It's just a repeat, and we're going to do all of them like this until we finish all the way around. Okay, so I've created my shell, my picots, 1, 2, and 3, coming in, doing the loops of the pineapples, 1, 2, 3, in between the double crochets. Okay, and then I'll meet you here after chain 3, do your shell, and I'll meet you where the shell is at. So I finished my shell. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, and I'm going to come in on that first 3 chain we did there. 1, 2, 3, 3 chain, and we're coming into the pattern and attaching. 1, 2, 3 chain, turn around, and we're going to repeat the same thing again. So coming into the pattern, not the pattern, the loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. So I'm doing the 5 chain now. Create your shell. This is how we're going to continue and repeat the same thing all the way to the end. Chain 3 into the loops. So we're going to repeat that, do our shell, do our 2 picots, do 1 chain, do our shell again, do 3 chain, come back. I'll meet you here just to make sure that we are on the right track, and then we'll continue from there to the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done that row, I've done my picots, I've done my shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops, done my chain, my 3 chains, done my shell, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming in that first loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, coming in my second loop where we have the 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and hooking onto the pattern. So it's just a repeat now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, turn around, coming in the first loop with a single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever's comfortable for you, either chain 4, chain 5. You don't want it too floppy, and you don't want it pulling on the material, the pattern too much. Okay, And that's what it looks like. So it's just a back and forth, and then it becomes a repeat again of what we're doing here on the next one. So all you have to do is either rewind or follow your rows. I'm going to continue mine all the way to the end. And once I get here to the last one, we'll do it together so we can do the attachment on the chain 19 that we started with. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Take your time with it. Rewind if you have to. Slow down the video if you have to. Turn the closed caption on if you have to. It's easy. You just have to be concentrated on doing doing these loops properly, or you'll be stuck at the end. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much reached the end. We are on the last row to do. We're going to be attaching, okay? And of course, we'll finish up top individual. So on the last one, basically, you have to have 2 loops left. On your 8, we have 8 pineapples. So there will be 2 loops left when you're coming down. And you attach it on your last place here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come right on the center of this shell on the other pattern, and I'm going to do again 1, 2, 3 chain, and then I'm coming into the one that we are doing 1, 2, 3 chain. Very simple. So I'm coming in on my next one 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in to the next one here, 3 chain. I'm jumping this center piece and I'm coming right in to the next one here, 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in the next one, 3 chain. I'm going to come in the middle one here, which is the pretty much the last one, 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in my last one here, 1, 2, 3 chain, I'm going to do 3 chain. I'm going to come in and do a single on here, 1, 2, let me see. I don't want to get mistaken. Okay, let me just see this. Okay, sorry about that. I had made a little mistake. So we do have to hook it on that middle one there. Okay, so it's 1 on each loop. So we do have to hook on that loop. Sorry about that, people. It just happens. Okay, so after we've done the 3 chain here, we have to come in the center of that loop. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming into the next one. 1, 2, 3 chain into the next one. So it's 1 per chain here, right? How we're hooking it on. 3 chain. Coming on here. 1, 2, 3 chain on my last one on the first pineapple. And 1, 2, 3 chain. We're going to turn around and coming and doing our shell. 2, 3, So simple enough. It's just, you know, attaching into the chains. Three chain, doing our pineapple. So create our pineapple. We have one loop left. Doing our shell. We're going to do our peacocks. 1, 2, 3. Turn. Three chain again for the peacock. 1 chain. Create your shell. And we're going to do the last 3 chains on the pineapple. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do my last shell, not last shell, but on the last shell here on this row, because we just finished doing the 3 chains for the last loop on the pineapple. So I have my 3 double crochet shells. I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. And right here, where we started the very first chain for the 19 chains, I'm going to do a single, okay, and 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn around, create my shell. So we'll be doing shell with shell, as we normally been doing for the closing of the pineapples. Going directly, create your shell again. I'm going to do my 3 chain, my peacocks. So I've created my 2 peacocks. I did 1 chain. I'm going to come and do my single. This is the last thing we're doing. Next shell, we're doing the 4 peacocks and 5 double crochets. I really enjoyed creating this this doily. Beautiful little piece of art. Thank you, Miriana Crochet. She did a wonderful job with it. And just got to check here at the end. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come in this loop here. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to come on that first shell we did on the first pineapple. And I'm going to close it in with slip stitch, just like that, and tuck in my loose ends. I was really inspired by her work. I don't know. I don't think this is her original pattern. Must be from somewhere, something else, but she does not mention. So I was inspired by her, but whoever the pattern belongs to, I mean, my hat goes out to them. This is absolutely stunning. It's very easy to do, but you really have to be concentrated because you can miss if you don't pay attention, especially when you're adding down here the stitches. If you miss one when you get to the end, you will be stuck. I missed one and I had to frog my whole pattern on my last one that I did all the way to the beginning because I did not have my 20 on my second row. I did not have my 24 double crochets. I only had 22. So that was something else. I had to take everything down all the way from the start. Well, my dear friends, I'm going to block it and I'm going to put it on display and do a little video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much. And again, big thank you to Miriam. If you guys have a chance, go ahead, check her out on Instagram or her YouTube channel. I found her on Instagram and went to check her channel out, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, so thank you. Sending everybody much hugs, much blessings. God bless. And until next time, please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important so we can keep growing. Subscribe if you haven't. It costs nothing. It's free and it helps us creators tremendously. I'll leave the measurements on how much I used of thread at the bottom. Remember, if you're using Aunt Lydia number 3, it will be bigger. And of course, you're probably using less thread than myself. Maybe, I think. Or maybe more thread. I don't know how it goes. Anyway, I can't function right now. I'm too tired. I had to frog this whole thing. Okay, until next time, everyone. Bye-bye.